Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTracker.com, and today we're going to compare the all-new Shoei GT Air 2 with the all-new Scorpion ST1400. Okay, both of these helmets are brand new for the spring of 2019. I have been in the process of reviewing each of these since last week. So I've had them both on in the office. I've not ridden in either one yet. And these aren't the type of helmets that I would normally do a bunch of riding in, okay? Mostly track riding for me. At some point throughout the season, I do anticipate getting out there in each one of these. But what I would like to do is talk about the differences between the two, because when I see these helmets, I see two helmets that are aimed right at the same type of rider. Well, what type of rider is that? If you're a street rider that's looking for a quality full face helmet that offers a drop down tinted inner screen, then these helmets are literally aimed right at you. Let's start off with things that are different, that are super obvious, okay? Number one, price points are certainly different. The ST1400 Scorpion begins at $399 and goes up to $429. The Shoei GT Air 2 solids are $599. Graphics like we're showing you here are $699. So clearly there is a spread in price. Certification. This one is DOT and ECE. The Shoei is DOT only. I do want to qualify that and say that Shoei, the helmets they bring into the US that can be submitted for Snell testing, will be DOT and Snell rated. I don't look at the DOT only with this helmet as a negative in any way, shape, or form. Shoei has a tremendous reputation for building high quality products, safe products. So personally, I don't see the difference in certification as being a difference. Each helmet fit me well. I measure 58 centimeters right on the button with an intermediate oval head shape. Each size chart would have me in a size medium. Both these are medium. Each offers what I would view as a primarily intermediate oval head shape, which I feel the majority of the helmets coming into the US right now are built to that head shape, so they're going to fit most people well. There are small variances, but they're very slight at this point. On-off effort with this helmet was really good, even with the chin curtain in. Okay, this is pretty flexible, like a neoprene or an airprene fabric, so it moved pretty easily over my nose, right? My ears, no problem, they didn't fold under. Great fit. The Shoei had a very similar on-off effort with one difference. The fabric they're using here is more robust and it's a little rougher on the skin. So if you have the chin curtain in, when pulling this helmet on or off, you kind of notice this in that area. You pull the chin curtain out, the on-off effort between these two becomes very, very similar. Something else that's really important to a lot of riders is going to be how much distance is there between my nose and the front of the helmet. Each one of these helmets gave me just about one finger between my nose and the chin bar, with the Shoei offering a few millimeters more than I had with the Scorpion. Glasses compatibility. This is a big one. This is something we're going to try and really start blending into our helmet reviews. Even though I should be wearing glasses, I don't have my own pair yet. So what we're doing in the videos is we used a pair of sunglasses, right? And I talked to both Caleb and Jimmy who ride and wear glasses. And they said for them, what they really like to see is a helmet that when they slip the glasses on, even if it takes a little effort to get the glasses in there, they're okay with that as long as the arms end up over your ears, and most importantly, the glasses sit on the bridge of your nose where they're supposed to, right? And I guess that can be really important if you have lenses that are shaped, right, for different types of vision issues. I was able to get the glasses on and have them comfortable in the GT Air, but they didn't quite sit on the bridge of my nose. They were definitely hanging a little bit, and you can kind of see that if you look at that video, and Caleb will probably try and put that in this one as well. The Scorpion builds this helmet as glasses compatible, and you can absolutely see that. Once I got them in there, man, they just dipped in there and this thing just sat right on my nose. Felt cash money. So both worked with glasses. This one worked a little better. Bluetooth communicators. You're riding on the street, there's a strong possibility that is something that you're going to be interested in. The GT Air 2 and I still have it installed right now. It is designed to accept the direct fit SRL2 from Sena. Okay, we have a full video showing how you install it, and you see this is just super clean, man. You get that in there and it literally looks like it was meant to be part of the helmet. Well, because it was actually meant to be part of the helmet. That does come at a price. Remember, we're talking, say if you get a helmet with a graphic, you're $599, or I'm sorry, $699, and then the SRL2 is $299, so you're 2 cents short of $1,000. In the end, you do have a seriously kick-ass package though. The ST1200 has integrated pockets in the EPS, and Caleb will probably try and show you that will allow this to have the flexibility to work with most of the common brands of Bluetooth communicators we have out there in the market today. So a little more flexibility with this one, but you're going to have that thing bolted on the outside, okay? Less flexibility, direct integration, and perhaps a little more expensive. So you need to decide there what is more important to you. Another difference is going to be retention system. This is using, a quick release retention system. With that said, it's a very high quality quick release retention system. ST1200, we are using standard double D rings, been on the market for eons. Drop down inner screen. We'll give you a quick little comparison here. The mechanism from the Scorpion is good. The mechanism from the Shoei is absolutely amazing. Next level engineering, that's really what Shoei brings to the table. And you can almost see it, notice how when that stops, it's not bouncing all over the place. This one has a little more movement to it, okay? This one has very little, and what Shoei did is they also blended in this unique stopper system that allows you to have 2 levels. This is probably fairly comparable to what you see with the Scorpion here. And now we'll raise it back up, lower those down, so we can drop this all the way, and you can clearly see that is further down. And that helps to avoid having that in the line of vision at all. For some people, that's a real hot button. In terms of shields, each one of these ships with an included pin lock insert for fog-free use. The Scorpion shield is also their Everclear treated, so if the conditions aren't absolutely horrific, oftentimes this won't even really fog up under normal use. Scorpion also has included a free replacement clear shield that you can install once this one has gotten pitted. Ventilation and aerodynamic performance. Engineering, that's really what Shoei, the engineering that they put into their helmets is that next level. It doesn't mean that this isn't good, but this is that next level of good, and it's reflected in the price as it should be. So my expectations would be aerodynamic performance. I think both will do a good job because this one's very sleek on the outside, okay? And typically a sleek design yields a helmet that cuts through the air quite nicely and can be fairly quiet. This has more going on, but the more going on isn't just about detail to give it shape and looks. It's about tuning it in that wind tunnel to get it to look, sound, and feel a certain way. Ventilation between the two should be fairly close to a push with a slight nod. And this is, I haven't used them. This is a seat of the pants. This is like butt dyno stuff here right now. Probably a slight nod to the Shoei. Okay, real quick, I'll try and run down the last few differences. Weight, both size medium on our shipping scale. This one came in at 3.65 pounds. This one came in at 3.2, significantly lighter if in fact that is important to you. Interiors, both offer high quality fabrics, high quality materials. If I had to pick one that was a little better than the other, I would say the Shoei's a little better, but we're not talking beating it by miles. We're talking it just a nudge better. Scorpion also does, with this helmet, include the air fit feature where you're able to adjust the fit of the cheek pads with a couple quick pumps inside the chin bar. That is really pretty slick if that's something you're into. And we've all had helmets that down the road, they break in a little bit and you're like, dang, it's a little bit looser than I'd like. This helps you just kind of alleviate that, pump it up real nicely. Each of them offers a locking helmet shield. This one is a center lock. The one over here is located on the right side of the helmet. Shoei did also build in a first detent, and it's right there. So if you're one of those riders who under certain conditions you like to have the shield cracked, they make it really easy to do that, and it's a pretty robust spot that it holds. Scorpion, similar, but just maybe not quite as robust, and maybe just a little higher up too, so a little extra engineering in that. You can see the gap is certainly a little bit smaller, which can make that perhaps a bit more user-friendly. I think that's it. I think I've really covered the differences between these two pretty well. The last thing, because the price difference it's big. Let's be realistic. I mean, you're talking opening up here at $599 for a solid, and over here for $399, you're getting a solid, but it's a kick-ass carbon, right? Why the big difference in price? You get a Shoei helmet in your hand, you look at it, you feel the vents, the engineering, the attention to details, it is truly next level. There's no doubt about it. That doesn't mean this is a bad helmet. This isn't a bad helmet. This is an excellent helmet, in my opinion, okay? Great helmet. But you can tell the difference when you get them side by side and handle them, even though this is excellent. I hope this helps. Once again, I answer all the comments within these videos. If you want to talk about how tight my shirt is, I'll answer that one. If you want to ask a question about either one of those helmets, I'm happy to help you out too. I'm Brian Van, sportbiketrackgear.com.